about how and why the economies grow over the time. Growth theory explains how the factors like investment, technology, population, and resources help increase production and income in a country. In a simple word, it studies on how it makes some place develop faster than other place. However, development doesn't happen equally in all places. So, the different level of the resources, infrastructure, education, and investment make it different for each country.
A well-known clear example of growth is Iskandar Malaysia in southern Malaysia. It was developed by the government as a major economic corridor to stimulate regional growth through concentrated investment in industries such as manufacturing, education, tourism, and logistics. Iskandar Malaysia functions as a growth center because it attracts both local and foreign investors, including companies like Petronas and Cement. The concentration of this economic activity has created many job opportunities and improved infrastructure in the area. As a result, development has spread the surrounding regions such as Johor Bahru, leading to increased urbanization and economic expansion. This clearly shows how a growth pole can drive development not only within its core area but also in nearby regions.
For the application of this theory in Iskandar Malaysia, we can look at the main industries that drive its growth. Among the leading industries are the manufacturing sector, logistics and port services, tourism such as the Legoland theme park, as well as the education hub. These industries play an important role as they attract other economies' activity. For example, they attract suppliers and small businesses, the inflow of skilled workers and migrants, and also encourage the development of real estate and infrastructure such as roads and residential areas. As a result, the area develops more rapidly and becomes a major economic center in the region.
We'll explain the possible spread effects and also the negative effects like polarization and backwash. First, spread effects refer to the positive impacts of development from a cross pole to surrounding areas. When a region develops, the benefits don't just stay there. They spread outward. For example, nearby areas may experience more job opportunities, better infrastructure like roads and transport, and even improve access to technology and skills. Small business can also grow because of increased demand, so overall, spread effects help improve the standard of living in surrounding regions. However, not all effects are positive. There are also negative impacts such as polarization effects. This happens when development is uneven, where major cities or growth centers become much more advanced compared to rural areas. As a result, the economic gap between regions becomes wider. Another negative effect is backwash effects. This occurs when resources like skilled workers, capital, and investment move away from less developed areas towards more developed ones. For example, people may migrate to cities for better jobs, leaving rural areas with fewer resources and slower development. In conclusion, while spread effects bring positive development, polarization and backwash effects can create imbalance and equality between.
In my opinion, cross-pole theory is still relevant today because many countries still use this approach to develop their economy. So, for example, like Iskandar Malaysia, that was created and only focused in one area. So, cross-pole theory is still important for today and relevant for us to use it because it helps us to concentrate the investment and also stimulate economic growth. But it has to manage it carefully to avoid the region inequality.